I'm Victoria, and this is...
Hey, I'm Lin.
And we are the LB Project. So, today we're going to do something a little bit fun and different and very educational.
We're going to be doing some role playing here today. Yay! And so for a lot of you, I'm sure you have the, hold on, let me. A lot of you have probably wondered, I needed some letters of
It's fine. It's like people waiting.
I know. Letters of recommendation. However, I have no clue how to ask my professor, and so we are going to show you some of the scenarios that may happen or may not happen as to when you had asked your professor the letter of recommendation. And so these do apply to some students, but they don't apply to everyone because each time you ask for a letter of recommendation, it's like a different scenario every time.
Yes.
And so because of that, we won't be covering all, but we'll cover three of what may happen and what may not happen. So let's get started, guys.
All right.
Come on in.
Hi, Professor.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You can see.
Thank you. So I want to ask you something.
Okay.
So I've been trying to apply to different schools and things like that for nursing school, and I was wondering if I got an A in your class and even in the lab, so very happy I did all that. And I was just wondering if I could have you write me a letter of recommendation. That would be awesome.
I am honored for you to ask me to write a recommendation letter. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be the right person to write it. And the reason why is because this is the first time I've seen you in my class of over 200 people. And the thing is that I don't even know your name. The fact in which I don't really know who you really are, other than the fact that you're one of my students who got an A in the class, it's not enough for me to write a recommendation letter that will be able to show that you are unique. You are more than just a student in my class. So I'm thankful for you to ask me, but it would be nice if I can get to know you a little bit more.
Okay, well, I thought I'd try, but I think that makes sense, and yeah, thanks for your time, and have a good break.
Yep.
Bye.
Hi, Professor.
Oh, hi, Lynn.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, and you?
Good. What can I do for you?
So basically, since it is the end of the term, and so this term I'm thinking about applying to med school, and I was just wondering if you could be able to write a recommendation letter for me.
Oh, totally. I mean, you've been a great student. It has been so nice having you in class. You participated well in class, and you paid good attention. You always come to my office hours, and I get to know you, and I feel like I have a lot of nice things and great things to say about you, and I really appreciate having you as my student. When would you like me to send it to you, or how is the process gonna be?
It's due next week.
Okay. I feel like if I only have a week to complete this, I don't think I can write as how you would like me to, and as complete and revised as I would like it to be. So I don't think it's going to be possible with that amount of time for me to give you an excellent recommendation.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry about that.
I understand.
Thank you.
Hey, Professor.
professor.
Hey Victoria, how have you been doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Lots of grading, I bet, with.
Yeah, I mean, finals are around the corner, so a lot of papers are being due right now.
Right. I'm excited though to be done and going to the next step and learning new things, more focused to what I want. As you know, I'm planning to do different schools, nursing schools, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to write me a letter of recommendation.
Well, normally I don't usually write recommendation letters to people who are not in my lab, but considering that you have been to my office hours throughout the whole entire term and the fact in which you did pretty well in class, I'll be willing to. Do you know when the recommendation letter is due?
It's like about 5 months. So I will just be emailing you in between to send you a reminder if you would like for me to send you a reminder maybe 3 months before or something. I just want to let you know early so that you have a lot of time to get ready for it.
Okay. I really appreciate you giving me that amount of time to be able to write your recommendation letter. And yes, please do send me a reminder. And if I don't get back to you, send me a reminder again.
Okay.
Because I tend to get pretty busy, and so. Yep. So yes, please send me the details. I'll take a look at it, and then if I have any questions, I will contact you. Okay.
That's perfect. Yes, I'll email you when I get home with all the details and everything about how to send the letter of recommendation and the format and whatever the school wants.
Okay. Awesome. So yep, I will get back to you, and I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you. Thank you too. Bye.
Bye.
So there you go. Those are the different scenarios, and we hope we can kind of give you a little bit of examples so that you have a feel and would be ready for whatever the professor may say.
Yeah, that's all. And so if worst case scenario they say no, then it can be disappointing at times, but do know that especially if this is not your last year at your university, or if you have other chances to be able to take another class with the same professor, you can utilize that time later on to get to know the professor a lot, well. And I'm sure the professor would, especially some professors, they find it they like it when students actually take the time to be able to come to get to know them instead of just being a professor, that kind of a thing. And for those who feel like, I don't know if I should ask this professor for a recommendation letter, you can use that as a way to find out what other professors are like. So especially if you were to want to get into a research lab, but you don't, you may not, or at least that professor, the professor that you have during the class does not have at least the topic of research that you would like. You can be able to connect with that professor and see what other professors, may be willing to take people, undergrads, graduates in for the research, and from there, maybe from there, you can be able to find a professor that you would like to ask for a recommendation letter, and they would be okay with.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just to add to that, when in doubt, go to your academic advisor, and they may know things that you don't notice about yourself, and they may have suggestions for you. Or other resources that would help you with letter of recommendation. And the very, very last thing that we want to talk about is, so as you see in the last scene, my dear professor,
my dear student,
was writing me letter of recommendations, and after all that, it's very important, a very important component to the entire letter of recommendation request is a thank you note.
Yep. And so it doesn't have to be a handwritten note. It can
No.
be an e-card, but for people like us, we like stationery, and so
We
we tend to
do.
just, write.
Yes.
And being able to actually write the card and actually hand give it to the
In
professor
person.
in person, it's a bit sentimental to us. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Cool. Wait, thank you for watching.
Yes. So we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.